Israel, Israel, Israel. Tá acompanhando aí? Deixa eu só falar. Pessoal, bom dia. Vamos dar início então às apresentações com a equipe 2, certo? A próxima equipe, a equipe 3, já fique pronta para representar também. Terminando de apresentar, retorna os lugares, certo? E à noite a gente vê lá para entregar certificados. Então, quem inicia? Quem vai ficar no computador ali? Não, passando. Você vai iniciar a apresentação em pé? Não, passa o aqui. Fala aí. Good morning, everyone. Today we are here to present the Liberal Education VR Team 2. This project is a result of the dedication of a large unified team composed by of me, Para Marcos, Alice Villanova, Elizabeth Vitória, Guilherme da Rocha, João Vitor Graz, Pedro Thiago, José Carlos, Pierre Rafael. The problem that we chose, it was in 2023, during the Innovation Marathon for Good, they received a problem. Many schools face a difficult learning difficulty, due to a lack of resource, and we solved this problem creating a kit, accessible kit to learn this, to help these children learn a lot of subjects like math, Portuguese, history, geography.
The challenge you address today is very personal and touches the core of community. It involves a nonverbal girl who struggles to be understood by her friends. These communication barriers affect her interactions and make it difficult to build social bonds. The persona is Maria Sofia. She's 10 years old. She lives in Jordão, in Acre, and is mixed race. She is a nonverbal due aphasia. Her main difficulty is a lack of understanding from her friends.
The data confirms the seriousness. The study shows that nonverbal children are up to 3 times struggle with friendships. And over 70% of classmates don't know how to communicate with them. And with our kids, the other children that don't have a verbal problem, it can learn Libras to can communicate with the other child.
With this video, we prove an 11 years old child can learn Libras with our kit. Our solution: we create a playful and helpful kit that teaches Libras through simple guides. Flashcards, QR codes with videos, we help classmates and people around her understand her science, making communication easier and promotion inclusion.
With this kit, you can access a QR code in the first page that you can enter your website. And in our website, you can download this webbook and you can access this memory game with the days of the week. There's only one problem with the memory game that we can access with the cell phone. Or with the computer, but we are solving that. Uh, do we build this prototype? We start with the design. We drew the model and what we want to do with that kit, the book and the flashcards. Then we make a sketch model with a model with paper card and glue. It's very simple. And then we make a final product with internet design and better materials.
The kit is simple to use. The book shows each side with clear illustrations and a QR code to the links to a video demonstration. The flashcards are a quick review and practice anywhere. The memory game is available on our website, which can be accessed through the QR code on the first page. Together, these tools make learning easy, interactive, and engaging. Our kit promotes real inclusion by making communication easier for non-verbal students. It helps classmates and teachers learn basic readers, misunderstandings, and strengthen daily interaction, giving the child a clear voice in school.
This is who we ensure that every child gets through. We are give give students a clear and stronger voice in school life. Deliver is a educational kit is not just a kit. It is the vital bridge we need to accept it through and lesson included. Thank you for your attention. And we are now open for questions.
Como nós dissemos, now you can ask questions or join comments. There's one or two of you. Let's say something.
I'm going to try and use your kit. I think this is, thank you, obrigado. So if I can learn, I think everybody can learn. So this is really, really well done. And this will really help children to feel included. So congratulations.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much everything that Julian mentioned. I really think that y'all really considered who the user was going to be, especially in a more rural, a more farther away part in Brazil. And I believe this kit right here, I think it's very user friendly. And it really, I think it's easy. Anyone can pick it up. Anyone can learn. So congratulations to y'all.
Pessoal, só para quem está vindo acompanhando hoje pela primeira vez, explicar um detalhe. Nosso objetivo aqui é que os alunos apresentem soluções para problemas que nós apresentamos. Então, o que nós fizemos esse ano? Nós pegamos os desafios dos últimos 4 anos que eles trabalharam. Em 2021, eles trabalharam com criações de tecnologias assistivas, especialmente para pessoas com paralisia cerebral. Em 2022, o sistema de monitoramento de área de risco, e aí colocamos a proposta de tentar desenvolver sensores e sistemas para prever deslizamento de terra, inundações. 2024, pelo 2023, nós fizemos, agora nem lembro qual 2023. 2023 foi o kit educacional, não precisava necessariamente usar eletrônica ou programação, mas se criasse um kit que pudesse ajudar alunos de escolas que tivessem menos acesso. Em 2024, o desafio foi escolher um objetivo de desenvolvimento sustentável da ONU e desenvolver uma solução a partir dele. Então, esse ano eles tiveram que escolher entre esses projetos aí, escolher um desses para poder fazer o desafio, certo? Então, essa aqui é a equipe 2, novo palco para a equipe 2, gente. Pessoal, parabéns. Esse ano, uma coisa um pouco diferente, né? Porque nós não teremos entrega de certificados aqui, os certificados estão ali, mas vão ser entregues para vocês mais tarde, certo? Para que vocês desfrutem também do momento lá com a família de vocês. Os pais estão em casa acompanhando, poderão estar lá à noite. Convide pai, mãe, avó, tio, sobrinho, todo mundo pode estar lá hoje para prestigiar essa entrega dos certificados para as equipes, certo? Então, equipe 2, muito obrigado. Pode sentar. Pode ver aí, pronto. Estamos de volta, depois de um breve intervalo comercial. Vamos voltar às apresentações. Estamos aqui com a equipe 3, certo? A equipe 3 vai fazer aqui a apresentação deles. Presta atenção em todo, silêncio, foco. Eu sei que são várias equipes a apresentar, mas estamos todos, muita coisa a apresentar para aprender com cada equipe, certo? Então, vou passar agora para vocês. Uma boa apresentação.
So first of all, hello guys and good morning. We are Team 3 and your project is called Also Started, and it was designed to create to support children with cerebral paralysis in the daily routine. So knowing that this condition, the cultural limitations are permanent, your main goal is not to literally correct the culture because we can't. So we want to prevent the physical limitations that can happen in the future and promoting more stability and comfort. And we also aim to support the caregivers, just like the teachers and their parents, making the culture monitor in a more simple and efficient way.
Hello guys, my name is Giovanna. I'm gonna present the members of the team. Theo, Gabi, Daniel, Letícia, Beatriz, Arthur, Léo, Flávia, Dante, Mi, Yasmin.
Our group decided to visit the 2021 theme, which focused on assistive technologies for people with cerebral paralysis. We started with the central question: how can we make support, autonomy, and communication more accessibly, safer, and easier to use for both the person and the caregiver? Then we made we looked at the 2024 theme, which centered on solutions to achieve to sustainably development goals. This brought us another key question: how can we turn a global initiative into a local action that is measurably and long-lasting, especially when it comes to promotion and well-being? We combined these two plans into one proposal and created something that, in my opinion, is mindful, impactful, and ideally relevant to society. Our persona is Enzo Gabriel, an 8-year-old boy who lives in São Cristóvão, in the metropolitan area of Aracaju. He has level 4 of cerebral paralysis, which means he can only walk using a walker with assistance, or in some situations he can use a wheelchair independently. Since he was little, Enzo has had a postural asymmetry and it has been getting worse. This affects his comfort, breathing, movement, and even his self-esteem. He is introverted and often does not report pain, so problems are usually identified too late. His case represents many Brazilian children living with PC who need an accessible solution without constant supervision of parents and teachers. According to the CDC, cerebral palsy affects 1 to 4 out of every 100 children, making it the most common model disability. Postural misalignment can cause pain, discomfort, brain uses, and reduced mobility. But caregivers and teachers cannot monitor posture all the time.
So, of the strategies is an intelligent posture corrector that monitors the child postural alignment while seated. So, it uses infrared sensors to track the backward position in real time and detecting when the postural misalignment happens during the day. So, when it happens, the system operates visual alerts with LEDs, allowing caregivers to quickly notice the need of help to the child and get the information of the child too. It helps them to the constant supervision. And the data can also be accessed through a single interface web, and which makes the daily monitoring easier for parents and teachers.
Okay.
This vest works using infrared sensors to read information of the place on the bed. If all the sensors, all the 5 sensors, the white area, the blue light turns on. 3 or 4, a yellow light turns on. And 2 or fewer, a red light turns on. Okay, but to limited recursion and time, the protocol in the initial version. In the future, we intend to need more sensors, more precision sensors, and allow to capture the angle generation more detailed and meticulous information. We plan to develop a curvature with a magnetic angle, and a time sensor to classify the type of the movements. Use this data with machine learning to train an AI for this.
So, artifacts can generate significant clinical and social impact. Clinically, early detection of poor posture can reduce the risk of deformities, chronic pain, and functional loss. In school settings, it can increase participation, comfort, and inclusion. It democratizes care and prevents suffering, especially when families cannot afford expensive assistive technologies.
So just some article reference that we use to do the research. I use the ABNT, that's basically the Brazilian Association of Technical Sensors, and that people that student in college use to do this research and this people like this kind of thing. And before I finish the presentation, I want to thank all the monitors, especially Luan, Gustavo, and Marcos too. And that's it, guys. Thank you.
Now, we would like to introduce the class here.
Sell did the bronze, and he used to sell the schools. So, aqui, parabéns. Now, if any comments, maybe for this, do you want to say something? Yeah.
So first off, congratulations. I think Orthasis is a really beneficial project. It's a really beneficial project. It does look, I do see a lot of wires, and I'm picturing a lot of lines of code. So I just want to ask y'all, what do y'all think was the most challenging part in putting all this together?
So we think the most difficult thing is to manage the time and the limited resources that we have. So yeah.
Parabéns a todos vocês. Eu gostaria só de fazer umas observações minhas que eu acho que para vocês levarem para o resto da vida de vocês. O trabalho que vocês fizeram, ele cumpre. Desculpa, eu posso falar em português? Pode. O trabalho que vocês fizeram, ele cumpre quase todo um processo do que é uma metodologia científica. Então, parabéns por vocês terem feito isso. as referências que vocês utilizaram são referências de pessoas gigantescas, sabe? São pessoas que trabalham na área científica e tem um nome muito importante ali. O produto de vocês, fiquei muito impressionado. Então, até pelo nome, vocês batizando com um nome que, relativamente, vocês podem levar para frente isso aqui, certo? Então, se vocês se interessarem, de fato, pela área científica, pela parte da pesquisa, vocês estão no caminho muito bom, viu, pessoal? Então, parabéns a todos vocês. Uma boa para mim. Uma boa para mim.
One minute, let me help you people. There you go. Você não pôs a tradução aí, né? Mas aí, yeah. But do you help you with the translation so you can understand much better? Bom, gente, equipe 3, parabéns. Conseguiram finalizar o produto, muitos desafios, mas cumpriram a missão. Então, parabéns pelo resultado, viu? Obrigado. Podem sentar. Vamos para mais um intervalo comercial e voltamos já já com a equipe. Vamos lá, gente, prontos? Estamos de volta à nossa programação normal, depois dos nossos comerciais com os patrocinadores. A equipe 3 agora, ou a equipe 4 agora vai apresentar o produto deles, certo? De novo, para que vocês falem alto, bota o microfone próximo da boca para poder não conseguir acompanhar de casa, ok? A gente está em um dia, a gente está tendo algumas atividades na escola aqui ainda, tem alguns ruídos ao redor, então é importante falar bem alto para todo mundo ouvir, ok? Beleza? Então, boa apresentação.
Hi everyone, my name is Igor. We are Team 4, and today we're gonna present about fireworks. These are the functions of each one in the group. But I will not talk a lot about this. I will go for
The importance of the chosen distance. We choose the topic of one farmer story. One of the main reasons that we choose this topic is because of many people who are workers and other species suffer from the lack, from the suffer from the lack of the pollution and the fire control. That because rapidly spread damage of fire in the plantations and the forest. Besides, this problem contributes to the global warming.
persona. Our persona is Fabio, a 24-year-old man and a rural worker who suffers from the frequent wildfires in the region where he lives. Because of this, he's looking for a product that monitors and alerts him if a fire is approaching or is in his area. This product can help to avoid harm for your plantations and animals. Research and this. After doing some research, we realized that natural fires are generally not notified before they have covered a large area of the land. A large area of the land. Our project can help to prevent major environmental damage. Now I'm going to talk about how the firewatch works. So, the robot was built following a specific rule, scan the area, and if he detects any increase of temperature, he's gonna send a message to the X. If he identifies there is fire, he's gonna send a message again, and he gets fire, and it's user cell phone starting to break, and we can demonstrate now, and with the sensors. And when the person is higher, and the other system of communication with the robot, that is the buzzer. And the receivers sound this. So now I'm right?
First solution. We use these materials. Aluminum, against expansion PVC, bullet, PLA plastic, and further things. We use these materials because besides the problem of irregular terrain, they are materials more accessible and beneficial.
Now about how to use FireRush. We're gonna say about Flavio, the example. That Flavio can use the prototype during the day or at night because this can be in every moment. The notice first. He places the robot in the desired location and presses the start switch to begin the pulse. The firewatch monitors levels throughout the robot's journey.
This project has the biggest social effect because protect the forest and plantations, help the poor farmers that there are the base of supermarkets and in one more security for your family and your house. This robot can protect your residence because he detects a specific area in a specific region. Sends an SMS alert notification to the user's cell phone and makes a louder sound. Remember, if you have problems with fire, the firewatch is your security friend. Thank you for attention.
I'm not concluded, but I wanted to thank everyone who helped with me with the project, especially Victor Hiroshi, Farane, Victor Lobo, and Israel Dantas.
Parabéns, pessoal. Graças a Deus. Agora eu vou passar para os comentários, certo? Nossos avaliadores aqui, e ou perguntas, e aí vocês depois vão voltar ao local, certo? Então, eu vou jogar para vocês aí, viu? And first, congrats to the beautiful shirt. The product, what's the total cost of the product? And is a functional or just prototype? Can I see run? No.
We have problems with the
You asked about phones, right? So we had problems with the tension of the motors, but it's okay. It's only tension. He can walk now, but if walking for days, you are worried.
They have a problem with the battery because all the circuit is okay. They don't have a battery that can give the power to the other engine. So it's not a problem. Okay.
I'm curious to know, because I've actually worked on rovers myself, and I'm curious to know, how did y'all seek this design inspiration?
One of the problems we take when we did our rovers, it's because it's for farming. It's for rural work, a rural place. And with that, the robot will have to walk in irregular soil, rocks, and the robot was the best, well, the best part is the best option. The inspiration was the movement of NASA. That it was our inspiration.
Obrigado, equipe. Parabéns.
Mais uma pausazinha para entrarmos para o próximo equipe, né, gente?
E voltamos já já. Equipe 7. Estamos de volta com a apresentação agora com a equipe 7, correto? Equipe 7 apresentando o projeto deles. E quem começa? Então, tá, Marcelo, bota lá. Tá bom, então?
Good morning, everyone. Today, me and my group, my name is Marcelo, we are the group 7, and today we are going to project the Lightbox. Our team consists of Sofia, me, Arthur, and Clarice that we present this now. Anthony, Gabriel, and David that help to do the construction of the model, and Carolina and Nicola that help with the construction of the slides. Today's project we chose these DCGs, the 2014, the 61 in Warren, Phoenicia, the 71, the accessible and clean energy, the 71 is reducing inequalities, and the last one sustainable cities and communities.
Our personas name are Guilherme and Joana. Guilherme is 22 years old, has living and orphanage because her parents were addicted with illegal drugs. At 19, was expelled from the orphanage and found alone on the street because of opportunity to look for work and place to live. And Joana is 34 years old and Joana was a mother. Her daughter is called Mariana and she is 7 years old. Joanna tries to live selling Switzerland by herself, but unfortunately she didn't get good results and we lose her house because of money lack. But she doesn't have support, place to go and work. Brazil has more than 235,000 people live in the streets. Most of them live in Southeast, are men who are 18 to 5 years old, and they complete their high school. Common reasons are unemployment, family conflicts, disagreement, alcohol and drug abuse, mental disorders resulting from unemployment, hunger, and social isolation, and insufficient or absent public policies or housing, work, and education.
So the vulnerabilities these people suffer is like they don't have documentation, they don't have housing, so they don't have access to social programs. So we propose that we use reutilized containers and they serve as rooms. There's also a social area. The containers have illumination and ventilation systems. So when it's hot inside, it starts working. So this is the illumination system. There is also insulation using vegetable fiber. So the social area, it has like kitchen, bathrooms, and the gutter system. The bathrooms are like for everyone, and the kitchen, the residents themselves divide the times and personal things. And so we made this area using PVC plastic, super glue, paint, barbecue sticks, and straws. For the lighting, we use Arduino programming, use C++ language, and lights and certain LEDs. For the ventilation, we use Arduino programming using C++ language, DC model 8. Each bridge and gutter system use straws and community garden use barbecue sticks, straws, and
So they asked to present the pen. There are some requirements to live in housing complex. This house is project to people in social vulnerability who is homeless or don't have a fixed salary. This project is for people seeking better conditions to live, and they can stand in the
in the complex until they establish their fitness. Once living there, they can assess the container room who has sustainable energy and all this. And living area guaranteed better access to water from the tank that works on the gutter system. And the wood harvest on the garden that we have here is complete, and here that is very safe. So the project aims to reduce the number of homeless people by giving them an opportunity to establish their fitness and quality of life. This target puts the SDGs into brackets such as availability, and the management of water and sanitation, modern energy, source through solar energy, ventilation, and modern lighting system, for the system that we have presented. That use bleach, PET bottles, and water to make a lamp. It's called a wonder lamp. I discovered it today, and I think it's super cool. And that project helps to reduce inequality in communities by decreasing the number of homeless people and making our communities more inclusive, sustainable, and resilient. So let's work together to give a home to those that needs. And thank you for your attention. I would like to make a special thanks for all the monitors, but especially for Sarah and Tazio, who was every day with us and have a lot of experience. So thank you.
Moment. Hi. Congratulations for your project. What was the biggest problem in corporate? Because I see a lot of devices here. Then, what you say? Qual foi o maior problema que vocês encontraram para desenvolver? Porque eu vi que tem bastante componentes ali.
Na parte do maior problema que a gente encontrou foi montar uma energia que seja acessível para entrar dentro dos contêineres. Porque a gente já tinha uma ideia de ter uma garrafa PET com algo dentro para refletir a luz. Só que à noite a gente achou um problema em ter uma luz que vai refletir a noite, porque a gente fez uma energia sustentável do sol. E a placa solar vai servir como energia à noite.
Os convidados estão vendo a apresentação.
Bom, parabéns, primeiramente. A individualidade de vocês é muito impressionante. Parabéns por terem atacado um problema social extremamente urgente, extremamente necessário. E eu gostaria de saber de vocês sobre se vocês tivessem que dar prosseguimento ao projeto de vocês. O que vocês têm em mente e colocar como próxima etapa para vocês?
caso o projeto, como ele é um protótipo, a gente primeiramente ia correr atrás dos melhores recursos que a gente poderia para ter um bom começo. Porque a gente sabe que, assim como um projeto social, a gente vai ter um apoio governamental. Então, tipo assim, a gente tinha que procurar as melhores pessoas para ter um apoio que a gente realmente quisesse que aquela causa realmente acontecesse. E procurar pessoas que realmente vão saber seguir o que a gente organizou para isso, porque é para ser uma comunidade de apoio para todos. Então, assim, a pessoa se estabilizou, dá chance para outra pessoa que está em situação de vulnerabilidade também, para ser uma coisa que está sempre acontecendo, sabe? Para ajudar realmente um âmbito muito grande.
Gostei da proposta de tentar deixar cada vez mais sustentável, né? A galera se estabiliza, ajuda o próximo, se conhece, né? Quem sabe, né? Tem um filme na década de 90 chamado Corrente do Bem, né? Que é você fazer passar para o outro o bem. Bom, gente, parabéns à equipe, parabéns pelo resultado. Sei que foi uma semana muito intensa. Tem alguns aí que já estão pela quarta vez nessa maratona, terceira. Tem uns que estão pela primeira vez experimentando. Tem uns que estão passando de geração para outra, né? Marcelo passando para o irmão dele, mais novo, a família toda participando. Então, estão todos parabéns, viu? Palmas, gente, mais uma vez. Voltamos já com a próxima equipe. Estamos de volta com a equipe 6. Irá apresentar o projeto deles agora, explicar. Tudo ok? Quem começa? Então, Raul, vamos lá.
First, good morning, guys. So, my name is Saulo, and we, the Equipe 6, gonna present you the idea. So, as the schools, the ultimate condition teach us that there are thousand ways to learn, and all of them are valid and enriching. So, we our kids composed by Vitor, Pedro, Otávio, Arthur Barbosa, João Pedro, Guilherme, Liam, Yasmin, Isabelle, and Heitor. So, I'm gonna pass to.
The choice of our project was motivated by a major problem in education, the lack of support for people with autism. The number of students with autism spectrum condition in schools has been increasing every year. So we created a device that will assist in the enrollment of these people. Like our persona, Brian Maxwell. He is 15 years old, studying the 8th grade, and has hyper-focus on music. Student retention of students with ASD, the structural problem, the lack of adequate support, and inclusive infrastructure leads to high fall rates. This now represents the core need of our target audience.
Hello guys, good morning. My name is Vito, and now I'm going to talk a little bit about our research and a few data that are important and relevant for the project. Well, in summary, all of these data are connected to the number of people in the ASC, the spectrum of autism, and it shows us how they've been included in our education, especially the public one, and they got no support. There ain't that infrastructure here in also in private schools and even more in public ones. That's why we need some way to include them in an education of quality. That's the purpose of our project. That's called LEA. That stands for Learn, Interact, and Advance. Well, Liam is basically MP3 player and also a quiz, in which there are two different modes. One that is for audio track reproduction, in which there is a micro SD card. Let me show you guys. We're here. There is a port for the micro SD, and the family could insert there a few tracks that could help to the user relax and calm down in a time of crisis, and also be used to reproduce classes or learning in a simplified way, so the user could learn easier. Well, turn this switch over here. There is the quiz mode in which the user will listen the question and then answer using the four buttons. Well, here's the materials we use and also our sketch modeling. Our sketch modeling is the box over here. And as you can see, there is this big bottle over here. And I'd like to comment that instead of using the cardboard that was provided to us by the marathon, we used the box in which the bottle came. In the first day of the marathon, we got a kit, and on it there was the bottle and the box of the bottle. We used it so we could so we used less materials. Here are a lot of material and Arduino, protoboard, and the MP3 player. And I would like to comment that unfortunately, due to a few issues on connections, we could do 100%. There were a few jumpers that complicate our project, and we did almost everything, but a few connections didn't make it work. I'm sorry, but here's the idea. I promise next time I'll do 100% sure. But the idea is to include people and then make it easier, the learning process. Well, how do I use? I already explained, but here's put the headphone over the jack over there. Then the family or the teacher can edit the tracks and then make it easier to learning or calming down the user, and also practicing and have reinforcing what he or her have already learned by doing the quiz.
Hello, good morning, guys. I talk for the social impacts. One, inclusion and equal access. It promotes active participation and learning the students' own pace. Two, reduces crisis and anxiety. It facilitates emotional self-regulation, creating a safer, calmer, and more welcome school environment for the student and the class. Three, development of autonomy. It encourages independence and decision making. Thank you for your attention, guys.
Comments, questions?
Thank you for sharing this. I agree it's really important that we make sure we include all students in the classroom. I'm curious to know a little bit more about the buttons. So could you give me an example of a question and tell me what does the white, blue, yellow, and red button mean?
Well, the buttons are used to, in the first mode, it's used to play a track, each part four tracks for different sounds, and each one got its own function. And on the quiz mode, it's gonna be the alternatives. For example, I've prepared the question. The first one was in which year did we graduate? There's the question, there's the class, and then the question and all alternatives A, B, C, or D. And each time you click, you hear the alternative. And if you press again, you're going to confirm the alternative. And then you're going to verify if it's right or wrong.
I like how intuitive it is to use when you were putting all this together. I know you mentioned you had some issues, and I think they could have been solved if you had like a little bit more time. What do you think was the most difficult challenge when you were putting all this together?
Well, I definitely think that is the part of the electronics. The electronics are really, really tight and really, really small. The jumpers are extremely thin and it can break down, and we got to plug it precisely in those little holes. It was getting this together was extremely hard because of the cables.
That's why I'm a mechanical engineer.
I'd like to thank you all. It's really nice having all here, including all our guests, especially our guests, but all of you. And I would like, before that finish, to thank our monitors, all of them, especially Sophia, that is here. I'm a little sorry with her. And Zach, Emma, that isn't here. Marcelo, of course. And that's it. But I'd like also to congratulate you, I'm a big fan of you, and this project is beautiful. And you're a nice guy and incredible professor, really.
Obrigado, Vitor. Eu faço isso há 12 anos e, assim, uma das maiores alegrias que eu tenho é que quem hoje faz esse evento comigo, que faz acontecer, inclusive que talvez seja hoje mais relevante do que eu nessa história, são aqueles que estavam olhando vocês há pouco tempo atrás. Os alunos que hoje são monitores e que trabalham comigo. São muitos, né? Então, cresceram dentro do projeto, há 12 anos atrás eram crianças, hoje são adultos, hoje estão na universidade, ou fazendo mestrado já, ou como o Nilson, que já está indo para o doutorado, e o Hélio, que é da graduação. Então, assim, são alunos que cresceram no projeto, estão em áreas diferentes, vamos dizer, psicologia, biologia, mas que estão com a gente até hoje. Não coisa de Giovana. Meu nome é Giovana. Giovana não mora mais em Aracaju, ela mora em Salvador e veio para cá só para participar da maratona. Então, a gente tem um outro ano chamado Maia, João Vitor Maia, que não pode estar esse ano, mas que é gerente da Vivo. E ele, todos os anos, ele pegava férias no período da maratona para passar a semana trabalhando na maratona. Então, ele se mudava lá para casa, pegava a mala dele, ia para a minha casa, e eu e minha esposa adotávamos ele lá durante uma semana, e ele ficava lá a semana inteira para poder trabalhar na maratona. Então, assim, foi uma equipe que ao longo dos anos abraçou a ideia, por isso que é possível fazer esse evento. Obrigado, gente. Vamos dar mais uma pausazinha e chamar a próxima equipe. Voltamos já. Vamos Isaac, consegue? Vamos aí. Os dois monitores, Sofia e Isaac, todos os monitores dessa equipe aqui. Valeu, gente. Voltamos já. Está acostumado já com a pressão. Pior é falar para o Brasil todo e responder com a tecnologia. Vamos ver. Estamos de volta agora com nossa equipe. Já que eu maximizei aqui, né? Ou vocês tiraram aí? A equipe 5 irá apresentar. Então, quem começa? Então, eu queria registrar isso dentro também, eu falei daqui a pouco, mas queria registrar dentro das câmeras, assim, ao vivo no YouTube. Esse aqui é o padrão que eu espero de quem vai apresentar, certo? Tá vendo aqui a elegância do rapaz?
Thank you. Hello guys, my name is Alexandre Tomás. I'm 15 years old and I'm from Team 5. So our group is composed by Isabel, Valéria, Daniel, me, Alexandre, Gabriel, Sofia, Beatriz, Davi, Lara, Aileen, Giovanna. This is our group. Okay, so I have a question for you. Did you know, exactly effect. Did you know that in every 2 to 3 cases per 1,000 live birth, a child is born with cerebral palsy? That is a problem that children with that condition have to face every single day. And would you think it would be worse if that person, if the environment of that person were disadvantaged? Well, that's exactly the case of our persona. That will be explained by our friend here, Sophia.
Hi, good morning. Our persona is Gabriel. He has 18 years old, and in his birth has a complication, lack of oxygen in his brain, and this causes a cerebral palsy, more specifically spasticiplegia, that paralyzes the entire right side of his body and make the muscles stiffness. In addition, the cognitive part are also affected by the alteration in the frontal and motor cortex. And Alan this so in his daily life has difficult to do simple things like rolling ice ball and learn about basic elements like numbers and colors. From the church, we seek to understand more about the cerebral palsy and the types, the levels, the impacts of the impacts of the blind peoples, right? And understand more about the user. How can we really help them? With this, we discovered that there is no cure, but there is neuroplasticity. And that is the ability of the nervous system, that's adaptation, the nerve circuits to are responsible to make the movement of the muscles. So with the physiotherapy and with the stimuli, it is possible to alleviate the symptoms.
Just one thing I forgot to mention, but our theme that we used for this whole entire week was the theme from 2001, the name from 2021 that works with brain palsy. So after we identified the problem that our persona was suffering, we decided that our focus for our project should be activities that would contain activities for stimulating the nerves and emotions of his right hand, as well as the cognitive part of his brain. Our ultimate goal for our project is our ultimate goal for our project is that our persona, after practicing the activities regularly, to have the ability to code. In this case, to write and type. So this is our project right here, our brain box, we call it brain box, and it has two sides. One side that we work on the cognitive activities, and the other side that we work on the motor activities. So when the assistant of our persona turns on the simple switch right here, the switch, it will turn on. And the LCD screen will guide our persona throughout the whole entire process of administration and organization of the activity present on our brain box.
Hello, good morning. Now is for the motor stimulation activities. We'll have 3 activities with a progressive level of difficulty. The progressive level of difficulty. The first activity is easier. Our persona will have to lift one lever located in front of the key. This will help the persona understand how the motor activity works. For the second activity, which medium difficult of our persona, we'll have to use the glove to make a pitching movement with 2 fingers repeating the same finger each time. The thumb and after the pitching was corresponding to the fingers, we light up on kit. This is.
For the third and most difficult activity, our persona will work in motor coordination and will have the insert sticks in this hole so that when it touches the bottom of the hole, seconds will be.
Okay, so we have to talk about the development of our kit. So as you said for us, the hydraulic system for our glove would be too complicated due to the time and the money that we didn't have. So we traded for a pitching moving glove that would be as effective as the hydraulic glove and would be way more simple and way more effective for us, as well as other activities that we were planning on doing, but we couldn't do it because of the time and of the money that we didn't have.
Due to the type of the paralysis that is affecting our
personas' cognitive abilities, we decided that the best way to slow down the delay and stimulate cognitive and academic abilities would be through the introduction of interactive activities focused on basic learning, like colors and numbers. So how does it work? There will be two cognitive there will be two cognitive stimulation activities. The first is a color matching game, in which RGB LED will flash a certain color, after which your persona will have to press the button with the corresponding color shown the arrow shown by the RGB. The second activity will be to reproduce the numbers shown on the LCD screen. If the screen shows the number 1, our persona will have to press that number on the number pad. So you leave out securely units, tens, and hundreds. Keeping in mind that these exercises will be done for our personas' educational development. With these activities, you will stimulate cognitive thinking and learning skill contents.
Yeah, so I already talked about it. It was for the part of the development, the activities that we have to change it. So all of that stuff. And can you change the?
Good morning. With the brain box, many people with cerebral palsy who feel limited carry out main activities and the assembly of possibilities to evaluate cycles, which be able to better integrate into society in carrying out simple activities that were not possible before. Thus, the user will in their life will be made easier.
Thank you so much for your time. Thanks so much for you guys. Oh wait. Do you have any questions now that we can answer? And I would like to thank you to the monitors, to Eve, and you said you wanted to thank the monitors.
I would like to thank you all the monitors who were most directly involved in our project. Cauã, Arthur, João Mota, Israel, José Barbosa, Isaac, Hélio, Quero, Jorge e Tânia Faleno. Thank you.
They're gonna show how the product works.
Or mix colors to allow and when bring out
Number one, if you press one. I like it a lot because you're like speak and you say that it's got it right. If you press first, you said
Deixa eu ter uma foto com eles, deixa eu mandar eles no caso.
Pessoal, a emissora de TV acabou de chegar, então todo mundo ajeita cabelo. Bota o perfumezinho aí. Passa maquiagem, brincadeira, tá? Estão aí já.
If you got it right, you say it right here. You got it right. You said it right. You got it right. Press. That's this. Yeah. This is the final step.
Pessoal, agora um pouquinho, viu? Já está querendo apresentar para os convidados o protótipo, de segundo.
A lot of my tattoos, yes, we have to say yes until it falls. They have to say yes. Not a lot of time. And the monitors have they're open source. But like I can't. They're not. They're sharing. They're both getting movies. Everybody has a main Thank you so much. I do.
Pessoal, só um minutinho. Vamos chegar aqui e a equipe que fica 5, aqui eles vão fazendo imagens da equipe 5, certo?
Pessoal que está em casa, estamos nesse momento de uma pausazinha aqui, mas vamos continuar transmitindo, em que os alunos estão dando entrevistas para a TV Sergipe. Eles chegaram, o grupo 5 estava apresentando, eles pediram para eles falarem um pouquinho sobre o protótipo.
Você comprar um pé, comprar isso. A criança não pode parar de cerebral. Não possui atividade vai estimulada a motora da sua sugestão cognitiva. Aí está a atividade motora, por exemplo, essas facilidade da questão cognitiva. Então, essa atividade para favorecer a vontade da criança. Então, nós temos um guia que nós fazemos um brainstorm. Para das ideias, sabe? Todo mundo se juntou naquele momento, as ideias, qualquer outra. Nós chegamos nesse nível. This could be our this you were here how do you do that? Like so this is the activity that the leverage activity would be one of the easiest. We don't use technology at all. Just any kind of lever that would be the first and the easiest activity for our so we will practice. And this pencil right here, it will be used inside the soul. And we introduce it, what we make.
Pode falar. Quero falar só falar.
And when this pen introduced to this hole right here, to make a microphone. So if you put lever right here, this is either wheel or the motor activity. This one right here, be the pitch moving. Just look right here and make a pitch move right here and on the house. Delay. One jumper here got out. Another one jumper got out. With prices right here, the LCD, which I sometimes number. For example, number 30, you have to press, you have to copy the number that was LCD for 1 and 3. And if it appears 120, you have to press 1, 2, or 3. But if you press 1, 2, or 5, you won't do as right. Go as activity that you got it wrong. This side right here, it will shine. This LCD RGB right here will shine. A color, the corresponding color you have to match it with this button right here, for example. If the shines red, you have to put red button right here. And if you got this and get it wrong, the LCD says you got it wrong. One more time. Okay, so the LCD screen will show a number. You have to copy that number and press the number right here. For example, if it shines here, breaking, you have to press 1 and 3. It will show here if you got it right or wrong, depending on your answer. If it shines 1, 2, and 3, you have to copy 1. If you press a number wrong, it will show here that you got it wrong. For this activity right here, RGB light to shine, for example, the color red. You have to press red corresponding to the RGB. If you get it wrong, you have to repeat the process one more time until you get it right. Thank you.
Calma que ele não vai garrafinha. Vai botar o pé pra dentro, botar o outro pra fora. Aí você mexe e salta. Aí vai ficar dos dois. Aí compraram mais. Vai de pra jogar que sabe. Agora minhas crianças cresceram. Botar as crianças juntas. Eu pensei que era o filho.
Pessoal, retornaremos já já, só um minutinho. Entrevista, vamos essa interação aqui. Pessoal de casa, nós vamos aqui fechar a imagem um pouquinho, só até finalizar essas entrevistas e retornaremos já já com as próximas equipes, viu? Obrigado.
Pessoal, estamos de volta. Mais uma vez, agora a equipe 10, não é isso? Para apresentar seu projeto. Todos prontos? Beleza? Tranquilo. Agora todo mundo de preto e botou o casaco com a sua camisa preta. Tá frio? Vamos retomar então, gente, aqui a nossa transmissão. Quem está monitorando a live aí? Tá dando ouvido tranquilo? Deu retorno aí, por favor. Dá para ouvir? Tranquilo? Tá ok? Tá ok? Oi, som? Tranquilo? Então vamos lá. Quem começa é a equipe 10. Então, ó, aí quem vai ficar passando aí? Já sabe não? Então, a setinha aí, né? Pronto, valeu. Prontos?
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm Danilo, and today we are presenting the project Wow, development by our team 10. Our objective is to promote freedom and accessibility by creating a practical and affordable solution for people with underlying occupations. And you can see the members of our team. Carol, Mariana, Alexandre, Gabriela, Sara, Geusia, Maria, Ian, e Jonas. Each one contribution to the research, design, and development of prototype. And personally, Rafael could come. Now, I will introduce the SDGs from the 2030 agenda connect all our projects. We work with SDGs 3, 4, 9, and 12, which address health and health, quality education, sustainable innovation, and the responsible consumption and production. The main challenge with focus on was improving accessibility and autonomy for people with a transhydral occupation. So, our persona is Camila. She is 23 years old, married and mother to two children. She's living in an urban community in Rio de Janeiro and was a part of here in a working accident. Camila faces daily difficulties, especially with cooking and studying, and their goal is to help her get more independence in her routine.
Hi guys, I'm Carol. Today I'm going to talk about the concept of a person with a disability. A person with a disability is defined as someone has long-term impairments, physical, mental, intellectual, or sensory. It is the interaction of these impairments with social and environmental barriers that may linger their full and equal participation in society. Hi guys, my name is Mariana, and today I'm going to talk about the type of application that inspired us to create this project. The translated application is an umbrella application that happens between the wrist part and the elbow part, and it is classified by proximal, mid, and distal, depending on the preserved level. The main causes are trauma, infection, vascular disease, and malignancy. In some students, this trauma happens because of industrial accidents. Updated information on application. About 1.6 million people were living with amputation in 2005, and this number may double by 2000. Trauma accounts for about 80% of overall amputation, especially in men aged 15 and 45. Other causes include cancer, tumor, and vascular complications. Ultimate goal, to protect as much children as possible, since maintaining a larger segment leads to better functional outcomes.
So right now, hi, I'm we're going to talk about the physical consequences that have an active arm and critical. So the principal physical consequence is that you have a phantom like pain because you don't have the arm, but
your brain also thinks you have. So it's like a mental harm that it's harmless because you don't have it. But also, uh, since you don't have an alarm, it causes problem with your balance and center of gravity. So it is pretty hard even to walk, even though you have the two legs. Yeah. So also we need to talk about the mental consequences. So people with this type of disabilities, I think they are like unable to do normal things because they don't have an arm. But that's not really true. But they develop some mental and health issues like our first concept. That would be like a prosthetic arm that instead of like hands and everything because that would be very expensive. We made like a multi-gadget prosthetic arm that can go with like you can unplug it and put it back. And if you want to change it like the type, you just change the magnet here to like E or something or good. And also if the people want to grab something, we made this claw right here. So right here have a push sensor module that if get really close, it will close it if you can my arm is pretty big, so yes. But if you wanna just grab it, you just put it right here and it will close it. And if you wanna reopen it, you just press the button. That's pretty much it.
Hi, my name is Gabriela, and now I'm talking about the project and the personal life. This slide illustrates how the combination of the process with the adaptive cutting board facilitates the rehabilitation and promotes autonomy education. And this slide shows a person using the process emphasized enrolling in education. The process it has fighting as the tip for various items, including materials for study.
Hi, I am Sarah. Exercising motherhood. The slide illustrates the importance for the processes for autonomy in family and marginal texts. The processes can help the mother fulfill her desire to practice motherhood more fully. The text illustrates include preparing baby bottles and carrying the baby. The images show the mother feeding the baby, changing diapers, and carrying the baby in sleep. This slide documents the project's development process and the presentation conclusion. Production stage. The project involved 4 days of project. Focus set on understand the problem and second, a stable was to solve it. The slide show the team sketching the design on a whiteboard and the process being printed with a 3D printer. Flow process use. The slide process instructions was the usage and attachment mechanism of the flow process. adjustment. The user will fit the process auto the live and adjust it using a valve strip. Flow mechanism. To close the text if there is an object in place using a proximity type sensor. If an object is attacked, will close, and the user opens it by pressing button. Attachment is sorry. The magnetic loop system consists of an open attached close. Items in the lower opening remain fixed in square or rectangular spokes. And the magnet provides its stability to prevent the item from falling. Thank you, Paulo, Cauã, José, Eduardo, Bia, Mota, Israel, Hélio, Joca e Duda. E Alberto. Além Thank you very much. I'd like to have everyone present.
Any questions? Yeah, so first off, congratulations on the work that you were able to do. It definitely does look simple to use, but it looks like there's definitely a lot of wiring, a lot of behind the scenes coding, making sure that everything can work together optimally. What do you think were some of the things that you learned the most during this project?
So, yeah, I think we learned about a lot in this project because, first off, I never used this kind of model before, and also, it was his first time doing the 3D printing, and he did like an awesome job because he did like every precision, like point, to, like the screws and everything, and it was like really educational learning. Any other questions?
I'm really curious about the magnet. How strong does the magnet have to be for it to work?
So we first tried to use I think it's called neodymium magnet, but it was really hard to find right here. So we just improvised with a normal.
Okay.
Yeah, with a normal magnet. Even like it's like really weak right now, but it should be stronger with time. Yeah.
Pessoal, parabéns pelo resultado de vocês. Sei que foi muito esforço, muita correria e a conquista veio, né? Parabéns. Palmas aí para a equipe mais uma vez. Quem falando que está apresentando alguma coisa para eles. Vamos lá, pessoal, marketing.
Lá na próxima cidade, para eles verem.
Sai daqui não, fica aqui. Just a minute, because they should do it. Bom, então, agora só um minutinho, já vão seguir, certo? Para as atividades. Menino, meninos. Pelo menos, assim. Bem, vocês. Vai. A próxima equipe é qual? Equipe nova, vou pegar os seus aqui, viu? Roberto, fechou? Na rocha aí, Alberto. Estamos de volta para mais um capítulo dessa emocionante novela. Vamos lá, gente. Peço para todos voltarem ao silêncio, por favor. Vamos ter mais uma equipe. Depois dela temos mais duas, se eu não me engano, é isso? Quem são as duas? Equipe 9 e equipe 8. São as duas que fecharão nossa manhã, certo? Então, vamos lá para a equipe 1, grupo 1.
Hello everyone, good morning. I don't speak English very well, but it's well tried. We are Team 1 and today we here to present a position. A simple and accessible system will develop to improve foods in urban areas. Today, we'll explain the problem which affect the date that motivate of study, how will develop the solution and each important society. This project I made with the participation of our intended team. Sara, Clara, Duda, Enzo, Braulio, Gabi, Fabrício, Guilherme, Lívia, Júlia, and Ayla.
Before anything else, we want to imagine the following situation. It's a late afternoon in Aracaju. The temperature drops, and the end of day rain starts. But suddenly, the rain gets stronger. And before you can even process what's going on, the water just goes down the street, and when the person realizes, it's already too late. The door gets wet, the food that's in the house, the sidewalk just disappears. This is a recurring problem of peasants in parts of the city, and mainly in central areas, and just in new stormy drains that cannot handle the water flow. The challenge we choose is from 2022 and involves monitoring floods, landslides, and wildfires. Our team just decided to focus on floods because they are a recurring problem that affects thousands of families and just had a lot of damage. So without prior warning, the victims of this situation just cannot be prepared and just be affected. So this leads to severe and direct consequences, as damage to furniture, harm contamination from the water, just anxiety, stress, and constantly worry when the rain just started. So in addition, the lack of an adequate system of drainage in our city just gets everything even more dangerous. Because the rain is not, there's a lot of time that even like the last hours, the last minutes, and they are just had a lot of damage and they are fast, unpredictable, and happen even without following rainfalls. So this is the point of our project. Just help the victims of the situation and the absence of warning. Hey, hello guys, I'm Duda, and I'm going to talk a little bit about our persona. We created our persona for two guys in our project. Her name is Maria. She's a 56-year-old lady. She's a widow. She lost her husband like 2 years ago for a heart attack. So she has two adult children that lives with her. She takes care of some cats that lives around her house. And also, okay, she used her phone for essentials like messages, social media, and something like this. But a really hard situation that Maria passed was that once she was at home alone because her son was at work and her daughter was at college, so she was at home alone. And she lives downtown in Aracaju, so it rains a lot and sometimes just start to flood everything.
And she was home, and the rain started to fall really heavily and started to inundate everything. She needed to call her brother to help her carry everything and protect her cats and save her. Furniture, sorry. And she said that if she had had more 5 minutes, it would change everything. And that's exactly the point of our project. We gotta get this 5 minutes or even more than this with our solution. Basically, what Maria got though is a fear of inundation, fear of lose their memories of her husband and documents and furniture and to save her cats too, you know. So we created a solution that would give her a easy to use way to monitor the foods and it's quick alert to help her on this point. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about research and the date. So basically in 2025, we had released, the northwest part of Brazil had faced really hard periods of rain and losing everything. So in Alagoas in Pernambuco, recorded the volume of 100 millimeters of rain in isolated areas. That is a lot. And many schools had to suspend classes, inundated a lot of streets. A lot of people became homeless, and it's not an isolated situation. It happened in other cities and states, like Aracaju, a lot. And it's basically it.
With that in mind, we create Aquavision, a simple set with an effective real-time tool to monitor sensing. And here's how it works. The Arduino will receive readings for the sensor started in store trace. This sensor detects the present and rapid increase of water. When the system detected the water level has reached a risk point, it triggers an alert. The Bluetooth module sends the alert directly to Maria phone. This running time allows her to meet filtering, protect important documents, and call for help if usually code house that prevent water from entering. Or two different water solutions. Today alerts come from weather forecast, general civil defense notifications, and weather apps. The problem is, they warn about the rain, not truly. They don't show what is happening on our street, and they don't notification give seconds that the water source to drain. Aquavision, for the other hand, physically detects freezing water outside and reacts in real time. Gives autonomy to the residents and is personalized, has no cost, and can be replicated in any neighborhood. It's literally a watch and keeping an eye on things what a real life feel like.
Good morning, everyone. So the construction of the system is very simple. We only need 3 motion sensors, 3 LEDs, and an optional buzzer, which in a prototype is inside the cable measurement hell that is a system. So and a chip called another Arduino Uno who's going to run the code to make the system work. Basically the sensors are going to check
If there is water, it's going to send a signal to the Arduino, it's going to interpret the signals and light the LEDs and the buzzer. The LEDs actually work a bit counterintuitive. We decided to change it to look like traffic lights, according to like what actually you need. So red is actually the least dangerous level, is the most safe because it's like no action needed. While green is like everyone needs to go to the houses and take the things out. We decided to leave the cables open just to show it's really disgusting to see. I think there's like 30 or 25 cables, but that's basically it. I'm sure it's not working now.
I want to add that we switched the order of the LGS and the stereo is different, like red is in the place of green, yellow is in place and green is in the place of red. So here will work a little bit different, but it's the same idea. Okay, we're gonna show you working now.
Será que aguenta a mesa?
Yasmin Alves. Yasmin, tá aqui? Yasmin.
So we're gonna put it in the water now.
Olha o dedo aí. Posso os dois dedos, deixa os dois dedos molhados. Pode não, pode não.
Good morning for all, and thank you for present this call. And I present for this guy and the user, and the guy is Maria, okay, and good user. And the systems are stated near the storm drains and goes through the routes, and the system monitors continually and read a risk and hears receives a notification on your phone. Okay, and third is clean and is function and the water level rising and attention is full risk process safely. Okay, and with this, Maria can. Maria, life security and license take documents to a safe place, protect your animals in your house, close internal doors, and hours function, okay? And not complicated, not technical, it's one per example in also configured, okay?
Now I want you all to imagine 100,000 of people that are living like Maria and how a video could change their lives, reducing their financial burdens,
prevent, helping to provide students more prepared for these situations, preventing to belonging, and encouraging people's autonomy, and encouraging people's mental health, less stress, less anxiety, less fear. And the best part is replicable, local, and can be extended in many parts of the city. Now, we want to say thank you to all monitors that help us, Lucas, Kawan, Julia, Mihail, Giovanna, Mihail, Farani. You all helped us a lot. We can do this without you. Thank you very much, and thank you for your attention and patience. And we hope that you like our vision as much as we enjoy this love this.
I really appreciate the technical work that you did, but what I really want to compliment you on right now is how much you supported each other during the presentation. I know it's really difficult to talk in English, and you were also supportive of each other, and it was really nice to see that teamwork.
Hi, everyone. Congrats. Y'all did really, really fantastic. I really enjoyed how y'all put a lot of thought into who the user was going to be. So Maria and, helping us envision the bigger impact, because there are many people like Maria out there who could absolutely use this, especially in different parts of Brazil that are more suspect to flooding. So y'all did excellent work. So thank y'all.
Só para parabenizar o também. E vocês veem que é um problema que é extremamente recorrente aqui na cidade e que com um protótipo de baixo custo, como vocês falaram, né, pode ajudar e prevenir muita catástrofe, né? Então, parabéns para vocês. Para esses 4 monitores também, que estavam muito bem monitorados, né? E seria muito legal que alguém colocasse adiante mesmo no projeto que vocês fizeram. Parabéns.
Parabéns, time. Para cantar a gentileza. Já você ficou? Não, ajuda aqui. Pega os dois palmas aí. Cuidado. Leva para fora. Pessoal, pausazinha rápida para a próxima equipe se organizar e voltamos o mais rápido possível.
We to present our project, Alerta de Vida, protecting, preventing, and alerting.
Our team is composed by 11 people, and everyone has done a little thing in every part of the project, but we divided ourselves in three big groups that including me, Murilo, Thales, and Gabriel, Pete, Beatriz, Laura, and construction, Victoria, Diana, Giovanna, Benjamin, and João. The problem we chose the challenge of 2022, that is of monitoring floods, landslides, and wildfire, which we have to alert, protect, and prepare from low cost and high clarity. And with this year, we have to innovate I think, and we are going to combine landslides and flooding to using sensors to monitor and predict.
Our persona is called Maria Hoffman. She has 32 years old and lives in Rio de Janeiro, decided by La City. She's a widow, housekeeper, has 5 children to take care of. Her financial situation is kind of different because she receives a minimum salary and also commitment with a government assistance to families without good financial conditions. She has 3 main challenges: the previous house, vehicles, and windows, and a big criminal trauma, which was the loss of her husband and I was in an old man that happened a few years ago. Because of the trauma, the main objective became protecting herself and her family if another catastrophe like this had made. Landslides are caused by both natural and human factors. They are both so terrible, and when heavy rain and soil depths and water immediately can cause a serious landslide. They are really even more dangerous for communities when their homes are poorly structured. Maria Rosa has already found herself in a particular situation, and it went for the disaster all by herself. After the trauma, she looked for us who are part of the Vida, and hoping we can help her prevent and protect herself, even on that life happens. Our project contains in a system of sensors that go to our site. There are 3 types of sensors: the water level sensor, the vibration sensor, the humidity sensor. Each one of them is a different color alerts: green, yellow, and red. We decided to use these colors to make it easy to identify the severity of the problem, so it can be helpful to people to when the water level sensor detects a higher level of water, we need a green alert. It doesn't mean a landslide will happen, but the situation is kind of stable, but caution is advised. If the soil is still wet and fertilized, it will be a yellow alert. If the person has between 24 to 48 hours to evacuate safely. And finally, when the vibration sensor alert is when the landslide is already happening, the person will have a few hours to escape. And the site also has escape rope and support forms so the person can go to the safest place. In our model, we use fluid equality to the hill to represent how soil saturation and fertility can cause landslides and how devastating it is for the population. In our site and system program, we use labs to test the circuit. It fixes the sensor to the back of the model and also to the surface of the hill. And finally, for the construction of the scenario, we use organic materials such as soil, grass, and some stones. But we also use some 3D pieces to represent the houses.
Okay, so I'm kind of a fun part. I will teach you how to use a project. It's a website. So the ESP32 hosts a Wi-Fi, and I invite everyone, actually not everyone, but especially the guests, because I think if everyone connects to the Wi-Fi, it's going down. But the SSID is on that type of visa, and the password is 123456789. Then you can go into Google Chrome or Safari. Go, grab your phones. And type 192.168.4.1. It's a local host, but that's because we don't have the budget to buy a server, with a domain for this project. But for a real life usage, future upgrade, we think in buying a domain. Then the website, as Laura said, shows the soil humidity, the water level, a medium vibration, this kind of horizontal traffic light to show the levels of danger, and some shelter you can escape to if things go wrong. Now I want Deandra to pour water into here so the soil humidity goes up. So before that, wait a minute. Okay, sure. So here we have the website. It's showing the medium vibration of the model. The lights are yellow, which means you should be a little careful. The level water is rising. The soil humidity too. And now the lights are red, which, oh God, it's already flooding. Okay, so maybe we got too much water, but yeah, the landslide occurred. There's a red light right there. And if you scroll down, you can see places you can run to before that happened. And about the social impacts, of course, it has a direct impact on safety in life, because it's meant to save lives. Economic impacts, because it can help the government spend less in emergencies. And the project is kind of cheap and relatively easy to build. So it can engage people into robotics, the community to helping each other, and preservating the soil, preservating the nature, because it can show when the soil is bad things. So yeah, that's it. I'd like to thank all the monitors that help us relate to, and especially what is Israel? Oh, right there, I want to thank Israel, and the biggest shout out possible to Lucas and Michael, who have done a lot of this project. Thank you.
Gente, olá, bom dia. A gente só queria deixar um pedido bem especial para vocês aqui. E eu não sei se todo mundo sabe, mas é aniversário de um dos integrantes da nossa equipe e a gente queria muito bater parabéns. Posso?
Parabéns. Now, bad questions, comments. Don't say something.
Hi, congratulations to your project. I think this is going to be very helpful for Maria Rosa and people that are in her position. So congratulations on that. So I see that you have a very potentially impactful project. Let's say if you had like a month worth of time, where do you see, how do you think this project can improve if you had more time to do it?
like for future improvements for the project. We should add notifications for the phone, so if the person accesses the website, when the lights are red, for example, they'll look at have a notification on their phones like run, go away, escape. As I said before, getting a server domain to publicly hosted. And future, like really future upgrade would be making it not a website, but a application, a mobile web. You download it, and use it. Yeah, that's it. Another questions?
Eu tenho uma dúvida sobre o funcionamento dele. Quando ela colocou a água para dentro da garrafa, a água ela era para ter vazado ou não era para ter vazado? Era para... Porque assim, minha dúvida é o que são aqueles dois componentes ali no meio da ladeira e o que era um negocinho verde que foi de base bem no início da lei. Uma casinha, essa boa casinha.
Então, esse aqui é o isolimidade do solo. Então, quando ela coloca água, o solo ele fica mais úmido e ele fica mais suscetível a desabar. E aqui é o sensor de vibração. Então, quando a terra começa a vibrar, não muito aqui no Rio de Janeiro, não tem muito terremoto aqui, mas em outros lugares do mundo, tem terremoto, a vibração, um dos fatores principais, assim, para um deslizamento. E sim, era para água vazar. E o negócio verde é uma casinha que foi destruída no processo.
Parabéns, time, parabéns. Palmas, gente, novamente.
Galera de casa, galera de casa, vamos fazer uma última pausa antes de nossa equipe final e das palavras finais do nosso comendador Jamil Lopes. Então, agora só quem está de volta já já.
Galera de casa, estamos de volta com a apresentação. Nossa última, mas não menos importante, equipe que irá apresentar o projeto aqui, equipe 9. É isso mesmo, não tem mais nenhuma equipe para apresentar, correto? Finalizamos aqui. Então, agora é com vocês.
Hello, good morning. So, the name of our project is Your Alert, and praise and predicts our life and protects lives. And we are Tim, Tenine, and Guilherme, Bernardo, Ítalo, Davi, Matias, Silvio, Eduarda, Everly, Kaique, Sofia, and Tyler.
Hello, good morning, everyone. The problem with wine is the problem of 2022, how to monitor rating projects, because floods, landslides, and wildfires are still put millions at risk. Alerts are often confusing, hard to assess, and too late. Vulnerable communities may not receive the information at times. Existing channels from 2022 are underused and poorly understood. We reinforce and modernize these alerts, and now people can understand the danger quickly and respond safely.
Now I'm going to introduce our persona. This is Aline Batista da Silva. She is 21 and she lives in Rocinha, in Rio de Janeiro. Her objective is find a cheap solution for monitor the landslides in her communities. And her fears is don't find a cheap solution, don't help her community, and see the destruction that the landslide causes in her community. Landslides normally occur from the mix of environmental, social, and geologic factors. Monitoring technology can help us to predict risk and help communities. Another thing is from studies we found that combining data plus knowledge can help us to save lives. Now I'm going to introduce the sensors. This is a thermal sensor. We didn't use in the project, but it is a good suggestion, a cheap solution. And it just would read the vibrations in the ground and send it to our website, and the website interprets them.
So the sensor that we really use is really represented right here. Is an accelerometer. It detects the change in acceleration and helps to detect ground movement. The LED shine when it moves. And the other sensor that we use is a moisture sensor that detects the humidity levels in real time. Will help to detect the saturated soil, which increases the risk of the landslides.
For plastic materials is cardboard, toilet paper, and temperature sensor, sensory, ESP32, Philips sensory, and others. Instruction guide. The first step is open the app. We will show this after the slides have finished. So, the second step is identify your region and the sensors close to it. The third step is pay attention to warnings and evacuate as soon as possible.
So now I will present for you social impacts of our project. Our monitoring landslide project can have a significant social impact in an area where landslides are so common by providing early warnings and accurate information about landslide risk. It can help to save lives and reduce material losses because community can prepare and evacuate in time. So it strengthens community resilience and reduce community vulnerability of the most affected populations.
This is the website that we made. So receive the information of the census. Right here you can see some of the locals in the map that are more risk or minus risk. The information of the census and how to conciliate the population too.
So here are our references of our project. I don't need to tell all, but it's here if someone want to. Thanks for watching.
I would like to special thanks for our monitors, Luca and Gabriela for every day, and Camila, Elio, Kevin, Luis, and Nick for help us in programs and technical parts. Any questions? If anyone wants to access the site, just scan the QR code.
Questions, comments? The last team.
Hi. First off, very creative, so good job. Y'all really, I can see lots of wires, so I know lots of work went behind it. Looks a very meticulous, very unique design. So one of the questions that I had for y'all was, given the prompt, the problem that you're trying to solve, what do you think was something very difficult that you had to overcome, and what did you learn from it?
So the most difficult part was the part of the accelerometer, since we didn't know how to use it and we got to learn it.
Questions? Comments? No? Fala, gente. Então, pra gente.
I don't know if you see the song. Those were fun and he helping the guy that do.
Pretty creative. Iron Man. Pode falar rapidinho, pessoal. Estamos quase encerrando. Nosso amigo, parceiro Jamil Lopes vai dar algumas palavrinhas com vocês aqui, certo? Antes de encerrar. E eu queria agradecer E eu vou falar agora, eu estou só na frente da câmera aí, mas tudo bem. Queria agradecer às famílias que nos apoiaram nesse tempo, a vocês que estiveram aqui durante toda essa semana, não foi uma semana fácil. Os monitores que estavam aqui o tempo todo trabalhando, a minha equipe, que mais direta, digamos assim, né, porque a galera que cresceu desde sei lá quando no projeto está aí, a Hélio e Cauã não dormiram essa madrugada, passaram a madrugada toda dando alguns ajustes e faltando os serviços que faltavam no lugar. E, então, assim, foi muito esforço, muita correria, mas os resultados vieram. Então, que bom que a gente conseguiu fechar esse ciclo, conseguiu finalizar nossa proposta, conseguiu encerrar a jornada e, quer dizer, quase, né? Já estaremos lá para nosso encerramento, para a entrega dos certificados, dessa vez com as famílias participantes. É muito legal, a primeira vez que vai fazer isso, com as famílias perto lá para prestigiar vocês, aplaudir. Conta com a participação de todos os monitores, não só dos monitores, leve nas famílias, leve dos vizinhos, pode levar todo mundo, vamos encher aquele lugar lá, gente, né? Leva todo mundo. Cachorro gato não, a gente pode levar. Temos espaço grande para 700 pessoas, então vamos nos unir aí para poder fecharmos essa jornada, certo? Então, o que a Jamil vai falar com vocês aqui, só esperar o pessoal terminar de apresentar, sentar, para a gente poder passar a palavra para a Jamil e a gente fechar essa parte da manhã. Estamos quase lá. De novo, não saiam, agora um pouquinho por aqui, quem hora derrubou? Pronto. Não saiam ainda, minha gente, agora um pouquinho, vem um pouquinho aí. Luísa, está por aqui, não? Alguém está com o autógrafo para falar da Luísa, por gentileza? Eu queria que os quatro avaliadores jurados aqui viessem para frente para que aplaudir esses convidados tão especiais que nós tivemos aqui. Convidados de fora do país, convidados de fora do estado e a elite da nossa prata da casa.
Bom, pessoal, eu vou ser bem rápido aqui para a gente terminar. Parabéns para vocês. Assim, até eu comentei aqui com a TV, né? Em outros locais, né, eu participo de Hackathon já tem 20 anos, né? A Imagine Field da Microsoft, mais de quase 23 anos. E é muito fácil quando você tem recursos para desenvolver alguma coisa, né? E vocês conseguiram desenvolver coisas inovadoras, interessantes, assim, fantásticas, com pouco recurso. Isso é mais difícil, isso aí mostra a resiliência de vocês, né? Só algumas dicas que eu quero dar para quem quer participar aí de outros hackathons. Eu falei ontem da Imagine Field da Microsoft, e todos os produtos, os projetos que vocês fizeram estão, assim, de acordo com a Copa. Acho que vale a pena vocês fazerem a inscrição esse ano, ainda dá tempo, né, para poder participar. Mas algumas coisas a respeito do pitch, né, que o que manda, né, lá para nós, né, quando a gente vai fazer o julgamento do hackathon ou do Imagine, é a questão do pitch. O pitch tem que ser rápido, né? Quem assistiu aqui já Shark Tank, você viu que lá é 2 minutos para o cara defender a sua ideia, né, e receber ali o aval ou não dos jurados. Na Microsoft, a gente tem um pitch de 3 minutos, né, e depois de uma banca de, às vezes, 5 ou 10 jurados, e aí você tem só 2 perguntas, então você tem que impactar bastante para poder gerar essa vontade, né, do jurado em fazer a pergunta. Então, programa-se para fazer um pitch em no máximo 3 minutos, porque se você conseguir terminar ele antes, aí você pode explanar outras coisas a respeito do seu projeto. Não é importante para quem está julgando saber o nome de todo mundo. Eu já participei de campeonatos que tinham 50 pessoas no grupo. A pessoa falava o nome das 50 pessoas, passou os 3 minutos. Vai embora. É interessante colocar a foto deles, o nome deles, no último slide. E se alguém tem alguma referência específica, o rapaz fez um curso, ou tem mestrado, ou defendeu uma tese, ou trabalhou com aquele produto, ou é de uma empresa de referência que está fazendo parte do grupo, aí você coloca embaixo ali a referência do porquê. E o último, se não me engano, foi o penúltimo ou último grupo, eles colocaram as referências ali que eles tiraram, né, no locais. Isso é importante também, tá? Mas deixa no último slide. Então, não é importante todo mundo falar ao mesmo tempo, né? Então, você tem 10 pessoas falarem. Elejam aquela pessoa que tem melhor desenvoltura para falar e deixa as outras para manipularem ou fazerem ali o cenário. Então, uma pessoa vai falando, narrando, né? E as outras vão mexer no equipamento. Aqui a gente viu a pessoa falando, mexendo no equipamento. Isso tira um pouco a concentração da pessoa, né? E ela, às vezes, pode fugir ali um pensamento ou alguma ideia que ela tinha, porque ela teve que se concentrar em falar, mexer, fazer o negócio funcionar, e as outras pessoas ficaram paradas. Então, tem que envolver todo mundo. Outra coisa, procurem estar agrupados de uma forma que você aproveite todo mundo, né? A gente viu aqui pessoas menores atrás, a gente viu só depois que ela estava ali quando o pessoal se dispersou, né? Eu até falei, onde surgiu aquele menino? Brotou ali, então deixa os menores na frente, deixa as meninas em outra posição de mais de destaque, os meninos do outro lado, entendeu? Isso conta ponto. A desenvoltura conta ponto. Às vezes o seu projeto ele não é tão glamouroso como o outro, mas você conseguiu explicar bem como ele funciona, você conseguiu mostrar que ele tem valor, enquanto a outra pessoa não conseguiu. Às vezes eu já vi projeto assim fantástico que ele fracassou, porque na hora do pitch a pessoa não conseguiu explanar para os jurados, né, o quanto ele era bom. E tem que sempre falar do projeto do ponto de vista de usabilidade, né? Por que ele é importante? Por que ele é bom para as pessoas utilizarem? Por que ele é fácil? Por que ele tem valor? Né? Pegue na dor da pessoa que está olhando ali. Fala assim, olha, esse meu projeto aqui, ele veio para resolver um problema X, ou ele veio para ajudar no problema X, ou ele veio complementar alguma coisa que pode ajudar lá no futuro. Não importa se o projeto se está ou não funcional ali na hora, ou se ele está completo, mas é importante que você mostre ele funcionando, tá? Eu participei de uma Copa lá do Emerging Cup, foi em 2012, onde um grupo de meninas de Dubai, elas montaram um equipamento que fazia na hora o esmalte para colocar na unha das meninas, né? Então o pessoal tinha uma máquina, ela escolhia ali a cor, se queria com brilho ou sem brilho, e aí a máquina pegava e montava ali na hora e ela colocava a mão e pintava a mão da menina ali e pronto. Muito bacana. Saiu de Dubai, chegou nos Estados Unidos, a máquina estava quebrada, ela só levava uma, né? E não tinha peça de reposição. E como é que faz, né? Você tem que apresentar no dia seguinte, não tem como chegar de Dubai até lá para os Estados Unidos. Então, assim, pense nisso. Vocês estão montando muito fio, né, muita conexão, né? Então tem assim um backup, ou quando for colocar, usa um pouquinho de cola quente ou durex, resolve bastante, né? Você coloca ali para o fio não chegar. A gente foi fazer uma apresentação para a TV aqui, né, e não funcionou porque ele soltou um fiozinho. Não dava tempo para gravar porque a TV é rápido, né? Então se tivesse colocado ali uma cola quente, principalmente usando protoboard, colocando ali um adesivo, né? Então pense nisso. Pense que tudo pode dar problema. E aí, se acredita que tudo pode dar problema, você já está preparado para poder resolver. São só algumas dicas, né? A gente vai ver se a gente monta um time, né? Aí para mentorar quem quiser colocar o projeto no Emerging Cup. Ele falou que está com bastante tempo, ele se prontificou a fazer isso, né? E aí eu vou ajudar falando se assim ou não, só para ele, né? Mas assim, o resto tudo com ele aí. Mas você pode colocar os monitores também como mentor para poder ajudar, tá? Parabéns para vocês, ó, gostei muito, vocês foram fantásticos e espero em uma próxima oportunidade de estar aqui. Tá bom? Obrigado, gente. Só dicas.
Pessoal, quando eu conheci Jamil, há alguns meses atrás, Jamil, nós fomos para maio. Ano passado? Foi esse ano, né? Foi esse ano, acho que em maio, não, assim, muito lá. Nós conhecemos em São Paulo, no evento de educação lá, e eu falei do projeto, convidei ele para vir participar. Uma das coisas que eu mais queria com a participação dele, eu até disse, ele não se preocupe com nada, eu quero que você veja o evento. Por quê? Porque alguém tem uma experiência muito grande para fazer isso, profissional. Então eu queria o olhar dele do que ele pode crescer, do que ele pode melhorar, certo? Então ele trazer essas dicas, essas observações, nos ajudam a ir além. Eu acho que ele já conseguiu muita coisa, eu acho que é um projeto que ele dança ali entre projeto educacional, empreendedorismo, ele fica nesse meio termo aí, mas que a gente pode ir além, né? Por isso eu pedi a ele para vir aqui, compartilhar, falar com vocês e trocar essa experiência, certo? A ideia é que ele descansasse um pouco, não é difícil, ele não para não, ele acorda 3 horas da manhã, ele vai trabalhar, é fogo elétrico e energia brava. Então, só preparando vocês, nós vamos ter mais uma matéria aqui com vocês, só não mostro mais vocês. Pode entrar. Pessoal de casa, nós vamos deixar um pouquinho mais a live aberta aqui, sem som, certo? Só para vocês acompanharem a última entrevista. Mas queria agradecer. Eu queria só que os convidados tivessem aqui para frente, aplaudir eles, nossos 4 convidados, que vieram analisar vocês, julgar vocês, comentar e contribuir. Para poder aplaudir eles, são amigos, parceiros de projeto. Eles estão formando seus monitores na universidade, estão aqui preparando, pegando o trem lá para essa galera. Então, eu queria que vocês aplaudissem aqui nossos convidados. Só alguém do poder, né, galera? Eu sei que eu estou suspeito para falar, mas eu queria muito ter a oportunidade de conhecer a comunidade de vocês. Então, aproveitem aí que vocês conheceram, levem esses ensinamentos aprendizados de vocês para a vida aí, certo? Gente, obrigado. Thank you very much, guys. It was really important to have you here this year. Bom, só recapitulando, hoje às 17 horas, nós estaremos lá na nossa cerimônia de encerramento, certo? E eu queria pedir a vocês, que vocês, de novo, levem a família. A gente fez essa abertura num local diferente, que cabe pessoas, que é organizado para vocês, justamente para que a gente pudesse ter a participação de todos. Então, às vezes, nos anos anteriores, eu mandava mensagem falando, eu posso levar meu irmão, mas eu posso levar minha avó? Pode. Vocês podem levar todo mundo, vão com a família. A cerimônia, ela começa no final da tarde, entra na noite, porque ele queria dar um tempo para vocês irem para casa, tomar uma descansar um pouquinho antes de voltar. Mas ele vai ter uma lanchonetezinha que vai estar lá aberta, quem quiser ir. Não é uma festa, gente, é uma cerimônia, inicialmente. Então vai ter uma lanchonetezinha lá aberta, quem quiser lá depois pegar um lanchezinho e tal. E a equipe 8, pera a equipe 8, levanta a mão. Equipe 8, eu preciso conversar com vocês, porque nós temos o nosso prêmio, né, hoje. Então tem que acertar com vocês. A equipe 8 conseguiu mais elementos, certo? E ganhou o prêmio. Ano passado foi a equipe 2 que conseguiu. Esse ano foi a equipe 8. E eu mandei uma foto para o presidente da ONG lá de Capela, e ele agradeceu muito a todos vocês pela contribuição, porque eles vai chegar um momento muito importante. Detalhe, gente, nós vamos entrar ao vivo daqui a pouco, então segura a onda aí, daqui a pouquinho que vai esperar um pouquinho mais. Eu sei que as apresentações já encerraram. Vamos traga essa mesa aí, por favor. O projeto aquele que tem a luvinha, não sei o que, que é bem grande, dá para ver de longe. Tá aqui? Por aqui. Já levaram? Cadê o projeto? Isso, vai vir, por favor, aqui. Seu projeto é bem grande, dá para ver de longe, dá para ficar bem a imagem. Olha a luva para não soltar, não? Alexandre, olha a luva pendurada aí. Gente, a escolha aqui é por conta do tamanho, certo? Porque precisa ser visual, precisa estar bem visível na tela. Vem para cá aqui também. Aliás, vocês saíram na outra entrevista já, né?
É bom mudar essa tela.
Ah, sim, é.
É mais lento.
Esse lado mesmo, Alexandre?
Aquele da mulher. Aquele nem é já, tá aqui. Equipe 10, o projeto tá aqui. Então, o carrinho também, o projeto do carrinho.
Bota mais uma vez então aqui.
Então, qual é o inicial para ajudar?
Não apareceu aqui.
Vou usar essa mesa, viu, Você pode.
Aí vamos trazer todos, né? Dá para trazer todos? Vamos trazer eles aí, bota todos aqui. Só não bota a caixa d'água, pelo amor de Deus. Traz o experimento, mas sem a água. Todos. O que você já trouxe, mas. Ah, não. Você tem os produtos já, né? A maquete pode deixar aí. O produto é para aqui, né? Acho que não. Mas seguimos ao vivo na TV Trabalho daqui a pouco. Entre na TV Trabalho e você vê a continuação. Viu? Valeu, gente. Obrigado.